Hi, my name is Monica Bowen, and I am going to do my speech today on how protecting your child from um, fatal diseases from immunizations. I did get a lot of my information from the CDC, from kidshealth.org, also just from the handout pamphlets that we use at work, and I'm sorry I didn't grab those. Um, I just want to stress again how important it is to get your child vaccinated from fatal diseases. The basic idea behind immunizations is to prove a state of immunity to these childhood infectious diseases through deliberate artificial stimulation of the body's defense against each disease. Ideally, this is done without any symptoms or signs of illness. In reality, no immunization biological agent is completely safe, and it may produce certain side effects. It is important to assess each individual child and each vaccine. Allow the parenting to decide after weighing all these factors and sorting out the fiction and the non-fiction. I know ultimately the parents are the ones that have the decision or the choice in most cases, or all cases for that matter, to decline vaccines for their children. But why would you want to decide not to immunize your child when you know that there's all these fatal diseases out there worldwide, especially if you travel? There's a steep decline in getting your child vaccinated. I know right now I'm working at a homeopathic clinic where this is the first job that I've ever worked at, where I've been in the medical field for 20 years, where I've seen so many parents that come in and decline to have their child vaccinated because of religious beliefs, or just because they don't feel like the immunization that they're giving their child is safe. I've heard because 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, 12 months, your child's getting 3 to 5 shots at a visit, which I understand is hard for your child, but would you rather see your child die from not being immunized? I mean, that's pretty harsh to say, but you're supposed to protect your children. The best protection you can do for your child is to get them immunized. Getting your child is basically getting them protected. I know there's been a lot of diseases out there. I know even college age right now, there's meningitis out there that is mandatory when you live on the dorms to get immunized. I know last year, I don't even know how many kids we heard of on the news died because meningitis around the campuses. Because you figure, worldwide, millions, billions of students on campuses, how could you not get some sort of disease or germs for that matter? Getting your child vaccinated is something that you need to help the outbreak of preventable diseases. I know that school immunization laws, all states have exemptions for specific medical contraindications. 47 states have exemptions for religious beliefs against vaccinations, and 15 states have exemptions for philosophical reasons to oppose vaccinations. Typically, the first shot in a series provides full immunity 70% to 70% of the population. The second shot in a series brings it up to 80%, and the third immunization shot brings them up to 90% of full immunity to the population. To me, that's pretty huge, protecting your child from diseases that you can prevent them from. Most vaccines right now do not contain live viruses. So everything that you do hear about live viruses, I mean, is probably a myth, most likely. I would check with your local pediatrician or your family practice office to find out what their take is on this, but I know what they're going to say. I mean, you need it. I know vaccines can cause allergic reactions or sensitivities to certain foods like eggs, gelatins, as well as certain antibiotics like penicillins, for say. Consider the risk of contracting the disease in your decision to immunize your child. High risks include overseas travel, just like I talked about, frequent plane or bus travel, urban daycare and school, poor sanitary conditions, which is, I mean, all over. It's not just in the U.S., it's everywhere. Most healthcare professionals believe that vaccinations are very effective. There is a widespread belief that vaccinations are responsible for a vast decline in many of our infectious and childhood illnesses. In comparisons to the risk of the illness, it is commonly felt that vaccines are relatively harmless and pose very little risk. I know some of the risks, minor risks, are fever, which you can give your child Tylenol for, um, redness, swelling to the injection site, which you can use a warm washcloth where your child was immunized. You can also rub it out a little bit because sometimes they get a little knot, depending on when they find us to give him the immunizations. Um, so again, I just want to reiterate how important I feel like it is to get your child immunized, starting at a very young age, yes, at 2 months. I know a lot in the hospitals now, they actually get their hepatitis B in the hospital at days old. So, if hospitals are trusting vaccinating your child, why wouldn't you want to continue with that schedule for your DTaP, polio, um, Prevnar, um, rotavirus, varicella, which, yeah, I can see it can't, exposure to chickenpox. But if you get chickenpox at an adult age, you can die from that. So, again, I know also a lot of people don't have health insurance and immunizations are expensive, but you can also get immunizations at your local health department for little to no cost for immunizations. You can also find out about programs locally that you might find in your area for immunizations for your children. So please, please protect your child as an adult from preventable diseases. Thank you.